Alright, I finally got the electrical going. Nailing in my boxes. I've got one circuit already pulled. It's tough to try to figure where you want to have outlets at because you never get them everywhere. You don't find that out until after you're done. I'm just nailing in the boxes for the electrical aspects. My network and cable and all the communication stuff I'll do afterwards because I want to keep that away from the electrical lines, at least 18 inches, so I won't get any interference. I went ahead and put the breaker in so I can know where all my wires need to be. Get a separate neutral and ground on that. I ran the first wire down to the outlet. That's where I pick up my power for the bathroom lights and the exhaust fan. Then I continue on up. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, I continued that up to the boxes up top, and then I dropped it down to the box that's going to be near the sink. That'll have a GFI in it, of course. And when I get ready to do the lights, I'll have the line voltage there, and I'll just pull one up to here and then run it over to that one. I put a box down here at the bottom. I'm going to have a mirror over here in front of the shower, so if somebody wants to plug in a hairdryer or whatnot, I'm going to start the next circuit there because you don't want to overload your circuits. You're not actually going to draw a lot, but in case you have two things that draw a little bit, you might want to trip the breaker. Then I'll take that one and continue it over and pull the living room with it, and then I'll pull another one in and do the kitchen and my son's room. That'll break that up. And of course I'll pull the line voltage through my light switch so I can just tie in the neutral and grounds and then break the hot wire with the light switch and send it up. Of course the AC is going to be on its own circuit, and I'll have one over here for the microwave. I want it on its own circuit. And like the box down here is for the washer dryer combination. It's only 110 volt because I'm using a gas dryer, propane, and that'll be on its own circuit. So I'll have plenty of capacity in my breaker box. I probably won't use all the spaces up. And then this is my light switch for the living room. And then one side's going to be a timer. I'm going to put an exhaust fan in up high and put it on an electronic timer. It has to be more important during the winter time when we're using our propane heater. I'm going to set it to come on and draw exhaust out because it's going to heat's going to naturally want to go up to the highest point, and that's where I'll put it up in here. And then down below where I put my space heater, I have my steps going up there, but I'll put my space heater here, and there'll be a fresh air vent behind it. So whenever I kick it on, the fan up top, it'll draw it through that point there. Also with the exhaust fan in the bathroom, which is going to be up above here, that'll draw a lot of the air out through that vent on the bottom. So that's how I'm going to do my heat, or not heat, but my fresh air exchange. And those fans don't take much voltage. The hardest part with the fan is going to be able to stick it in that section right there with the 3-inch vent. I'm going to have to just build an exhaust box, shoot up to it, a square box, and then go out through the wall to the vent cover. That won't be too much. Now I've got everything nailed in here, electrically speaking, for my son, and keep communication stuff away from the electrical. I'm going to nail it over here on this stud. That's where his network and his cable will come in. Our living room, I'm going to have two separate communication boxes. I'm going to have one for my surround speakers that go in the wall, and I have a subwoofer lead that will go through the box and then underneath this floor here and then go up to a box back here. And then I'll have another box that'll have the network and cable connections. I'm using that Leviton, those real fancy plates with the little pick and choose. You pop it in there and use it that way. So you could buy what you need. They're a little bit expensive, though, is the only downside, but if you want it to look nice and be trimmed out well, that's the way to go. And I'll do that also up in the bedroom. That's where the main one will be at. My router cable modem is going to be up in my bedroom, so that one will have, I've got at least 5 or 6 connections I'll have to make in that communication box. But I'll have one up there, and I'm thinking about in this one behind it, putting another network lead just in case somebody might want to sit there with a laptop and not have to deal with the sluggishness of wireless. I know a lot of people like to go wireless, but I'm not a big fan of it. I'd rather use a wired Cat 5 or a Cat 6 than use wireless for stuff that I absolutely have to, like my son's iPhone. No, he's got a Samsung now. And things like that. Alright, I should get a bunch more next weekend. I ran out of 12-2 with ground, and I've got to buy some wire to feed this box. It'll go up to the top and back down. And I've got to buy some 14-3 for my smoke detectors and my combustible gas detector. You put that stuff on one circuit, it only needs to be a 14-3 with ground, because you have that one wire that chains them together, and if one goes off, they all go off. And I'm going to have one in my equipment shelter in the back to monitor anything that might go wrong back there. That's where I'll have my tankless water heater. So if something goes off back there, we're going to find out about it. And I'm going to put 3 of them. One in my son's room. I'm going to put 2, one up top over there, one over there, and then the combustible gas needs to be low. Since I'm using LP, I'm going to put it on the same circuit. And the LP that I'll run, you want to put them low. Now, if you use natural gas, you want to go a bit higher. So I haven't decided exactly where I'll put it at, but either probably right there, because the refrigerator door will open against that, and I think I'll have enough space. They're not very big. That way I've got everything covered: carbon monoxide, smoke, and combustible gas. All right, until next time.